Bienvenidos a Esperanza Pense, donde la Esperanza Pense. Welcome to Esperanza Pense, where hope wins. We got the Magician reversed as our jumper today. Howdy. Magician reversed. We got to be very aware that we are very powerful, and do not let anybody get it twisted. Do not let anybody let us put our energy, in any fashion but connection with the grand divine architecture and sovereign beauty of the all one that is, right? So I was just having this lovely new moon solar eclipse in Virgo meal with some friends, and we were just talking about how there are some very powerful bad magicians, that there's so few of them and there's so many of us, and we are just so stoked that with the awakening of the normies, there's going to be a lot of disruption too, because there's going to be a lot of messes to clean up, once you realize that there is a certain level of toxicity present, then you have to put your hazmat suit, you have to go in, and it's a tough clean sometimes, right? But it's usually worth it, and that's just kind of reflective of, I think, the energy that we were talking about just out there in reality. But if we want to take it on a personal level, we want to remember that we are powerful. Our words do matter. We got to be careful to say things like, I always say fuck yeah, but I say hell no. I never say HE double hockey sticks yeah, never say never, but I try not to. Little things like that will add up over time. And Virgo has to do with little daily habits that add up over time. And today, happy fall equinox blessings, everybody. And thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and book your personal reading. This is such powerful energy right now. I would love to, even just out of my own curiosity, I want to see what your planets are doing, and I want to see what the cards have to say to us about it, and how we can work together in getting our intuition and our spiritual muscles strengthened, okay? So we got our jumper. Let's pray over these cards for our KWIK HIT Tarot on the fall equinox. That's going to be the 22nd of September 2025. It could be the spring equinox where you live. Why don't you let me know? I love you. I'll see you on the other side of this prayer. All right, here's the near past, present tense, near future. Yay. Four of Wands, the Chariot, and the High Priestess reversed. Huh. Well, I'm not surprised that we pulled a lot of majors, because, this is strong energy that's happening in the sky, so that's going to be reflective of what we get in our cards and in our intuition and in the vibes in general, right? Because with this equinox energy and with the new moon solar eclipse that just happened yesterday, there's going to be larger overarching themes and archetypes that will reverberate out, at least over the next 3 months. We might be seeing these themes still. Be careful of the magic that you're giving and receiving. Your home can be, if you have a solid base and if you have a happy home, you can do so much more for society and in society. When you feel like you can partner up and pair up with others who believe in health and functionality and friendliness and celebration and tradition too. This is a tradition, but it's fun traditions. These are the traditions and stability and structures and Saturnian and fire energy that we can work with, that makes us flourish, that makes us not feel confined. See, these are stable. these wands, but they're out and the air is still able to flow. We see a castle or some sort of like protected community in the background, and we see a couple people, you know, here milling around, like maybe the bride and groom are just getting their pictures taken, or you know what this reminds me of? I was at a Renaissance event on Friday. Oh, it was so much fun. It was beautiful. And they had a king and queen walking around, and everybody had like kind of like flower wreaths on their head, and I picked flowers actually at the farm and put some in my hair. It was really fun and really pretty, and everybody looked really pretty, and it was a really good time. So that's a celebratory energy, right? It's a healthy homestead energy. And here with the chariot is very strong Cancerian energy. Okay, so this is summer energy. This is the height of, you know, when the water rises. Cancer is the youngest water sign in the zodiac, but in this card, this person, this charioteer, is young, but they are in tune with their own magic. Actually, yeah, because these like sphinxy figures are magical. That's interesting. They're not really moving, you know? It looks like the chariot is stationary, but it looks like they were still able to cross over the river. Huh. And it looks like they left behind that familiarity. See these buildings here? How they turn up over here? So this person has gone from the day-to-day home life, the day-to-day celebrations, the day-to-day reunions. And they also have their own path to chart. The chariot is victory, plain and simple, and it's a larger reverberation of victory. It's a different type of victory than you see in the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is victory from taking your wands and going out into battle and then coming back and getting cheered on. The chariot is victory because you're taking charge and you're taking control of your own magic, your own emotions, your own, not only your own, but just light and dark forces in general. There's a lot of dark forces out there. There's a lot of light forces out there. Don't forget that. The chariot is in control. Look how stoic their face is. They're not smiling. They're not frowning. Look at all the stars in the background. Those are emblematic of the stars that we see on the star card. 17 stars are 7 number, and that's having our wishes come true. This charioteer has, you know, their sacred rune scriptures. This, I still need to learn what all of those mean. I don't know what all of those symbols mean, but I'm going to learn it and then I'll let you know. This is the star that's also found in the star card, the big star. This is like half of the Caduceus energy, so this is health too, and sovereignty. But the chariot is a real individualistic card. It's a card that you chart on your own path. You're not carrying anybody with you, and you don't expect anybody to carry you. You're in charge of your magical forces, and don't y'all forget it. I feel like sometimes y'all forget it. I feel like sometimes, you know, we say one thing out our mouth, and then the next thing we know, we're drawn back into this swirling energy. Like, I want to say something, and I want to say something for real, and you know, it is what it is, but like I've seen people get shot and killed before. It's not going to be the first or the last time, probably. I mean, I hope so. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about like in real life. You know what I mean? If stuff comes across my feed, like, I'm deleting it. I'm not getting sucked into this fucking black magic, y'all. I'm not. I'm not. And it's not that I don't have empathy, and it's not that I don't have awareness. It's because I do have empathy and I do have awareness. I have empathy for myself, and I have empathy for my right to have my energy to myself. And that's just how I feel about it. But I mean, I could be right or wrong, because look at here, we get the High Priestess reversed. Okay, so maybe my intuition isn't, you know, maybe my intuition's a little bit more internalized, and you know, maybe I High Priestess reverse could mean that we do you know what High Priestess usually means in the reverse though? It usually means that we're not trusting our intuition as much as we should. So, being in tune with the cycles of the moon, the High Priestess knows the timing of things. If she's a little bit off and the timeline's a little bit off, it can really fuck with her intuition, and it can fuck with her ability to like get in the zone. So, I'd say, you know, with the High Priestess upright, she's sitting in between the pillars of knowledge. She's silent and she has access to things behind the curtain. But here, it's kind of like, you know, there's stuff going on. You know there's something, but you can't quite place it. The High Priestess upright, she knows all. And she also represents kind of that virginal energy too, even though, you know, with the pomegranates here, that's a symbol of fertility, but she's sort of sovereign and holy. And I mean, she could be Vesta, a vestigal virgin, you know, a keeper of the flame. This could be a scythe, or this could be a moon symbolism, but so she could cut with that and harvest the wheat, right? But this energy turned upside down, maybe that's the eclipse, maybe that's this could be the eclipse. So there's a lot of ways. You see all the different facets of the gem. You see? There's many different ways that you can see things or choose to see things. You can choose to hold the gem in the way that catches the most light. Okay? That's what I got for you. Happy equinox. Love you. Bye.